What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Trading Learning 101. It is Tuesday, May 21st, 11:20 a.m. Going over the stock market recap. This morning we had the futures gapping up this morning on Tuesday. Right when the SPY opens up, it was just choppiness this morning. The market didn't know which way it wanted to go. And then just after 10:30, it starts pushing to the upside. The VIX gap down. It's right around 15. VIX gap down from 16 down to 15. We got the Dow Jones. Gaps up this morning. Same thing. Choppiness. Didn't know which way it wanted to go. And then it finally pushed up. And now we're getting a pullback going into the afternoon. Qs, same thing. But with the Qs, it was downtrending choppiness. And then right after 10, we got this push up. And now as we're approaching afternoon and lunch hours, we're getting a pullback back down. Overall, it's just been choppiness in the market. This morning, we had so many stocks popping up on the gap scanners, and I was really pumped about today. We had JMU gapping up, BIOC gapping up, JMIA. I was excited for JMIA. TIGR was reversing. There was just so much. CLRB, CANF to see what it would do today. BCRX. Let's go over and break down all these stocks. First one I want to talk about is OTLK. Such a random stock this is. Look at this thing the past few days here, from 90 cents all the way up to a high of $3.90. Yesterday it looked like this thing was going to be done for. Let me zoom in. Yesterday it looks like this thing's going to be done for, as we went from right in the morning yesterday from 3 to 334, sells off all the way down to 260s, and then it's just in this range all right here, breaks below the range right here, comes back up into the range right here, and is just consolidating right here. And then at just a little after 3, just gets an explosion from 274 all the way up to 325, and then just sells off really hard after that. Very weird action on OTLK. And then this goes into the close, and it runs all the way up to almost $4. So today, this opens up, gaps down to 286, runs right back up to 320, and then just look at that sell-off right there. I was looking at this morning because it was setting up. I was looking at it right here where it opens up at 3, pops up to 335 or 325, I'm sorry, puts its range in right there, sells all the way down to 270, and then just slowly started making higher lows, and it was just hanging out right here at like $3, just sitting, and it got really quiet on the tape, and I'm just watching it, and it happened so fast. This thing just exploded from 285 all the way up to 325, runs into a halt, opens up from the halt, back and forth action, and then just gives way. Very weird action on OTLK. Let me see something. Yeah, I got it on the 1 minute. I was recently watching OTLK. It was setting up a wedge. Which one was it? Or was it VLRX? I don't know. We'll go over it. But this thing's so weird. Going off of yesterday when it exploded up to this 325 level, that's where it kept popping up to today. But it kept pulling back, right back down to the area it was consolidating at, right in this area. So a range play opportunity on this. It depends on how you look at it. I don't want to touch OTLK. This thing's just sketchy to me. And then yesterday we had CANF. Look at this thing. Opens up here at 544, runs all the way up to 850, almost $9, sells off all the way down to 675. Then they come out with an offering and just killed it. And it just, look at that, from $6-7 all the way down to 350 and just $3. Just so nasty looking. I feel sorry for anybody who got caught in that. Let me zoom in on this. So bad. This was the play yesterday. Just great run up here right at the market open. Real long consolidation here, forming a nice wedge from 750, pops up to almost $9, sells off all the way. And when it was selling off, the company was like, we got to at least capitalize on this and make some money. Get that money's worth. And just killed it. Look at that. So nasty. That's what happens when you play stocks. CANF yesterday was just a pump and dump. That's pretty much it. It didn't have any news. Just so nasty. That's why if you play a low float stock with no news and make profit, don't push your luck. You know, take your profit and walk away. There was opportunity on this in the morning, and that's it. Afternoon, literally right from noon, it was just all downhill. But I had this on watch just in case it tried doing something. It did look like, look at that, it broke out. I had it watched right from the morning to see what it would do in this $3 area, if it would try to run back up to 350. But this did form a nice wedge right there. And then from 318, just got a nice pop up to 336, but it's not worth my time. So we have JMU popping up. Pre-market, it does have a history of running in the past. You could see right here with this big candle. Traders remember stocks that had big days. So this was gapping up with news of it acquired Unicorn Investment Limited. Just a gap up in crap pretty much. From $1.20, gaps up to a high of $1.80, starts move up to $2 right here, pops above $2, falls below, and then the rest of the day just fizzling out. A lot of people were talking about BIOC. BIOC yesterday had I call it a death grind. I don't have the patience to trade something like this. I'm more of a momentum trader. I like to be in and out fast. When a stock's pulling back and moving up just a little bit, pulling back, moving up just a little bit, I just don't have the patience, like I said. And yesterday, this goes from $1 all the way up to almost $2. I didn't have this on my watch list because stocks under $2 I don't like to really play because I feel like they're too random. But great grind on this all day. And this goes into today. Today this gaps up a little bit right when the market opened. I think this was already at over 10 million in volume right when the market opened. And I already knew it was going to be like a tug of war choppiness. You got to think, you got everybody who just accumulated all the previous day. They're swinging it overnight. It gets a little bit of a gap up. You're going to want to think people are going to want to take their profits. So it's just been a tug of war back and forth with this thing. Falls down below, pops back up, falls back down. Just too random. That's why I try to stay away from stocks below $2. You got a bunch of newbie traders that are trying to trade with a small account. I feel like I have more of an edge playing from $3 and above. But it just goes with the market as well. This morning we've seen choppiness, and what do we see on a lot of these stocks? Choppiness. JMIA here, nice run up. We were talking about this recently when this, bring over the daily. This was just a playbook play I made. And it just did the exact same thing. It's a newer IPO that opened up here at $18, $19, ran all the way up. Then when it comes all the way down, it bounced at the area where the IPO opened and ran up to $30. This pulled back for 1, 2, 3, 4 days, back down to the same level, this $19, $18 area, and just got a really great bounce again right off of it. I didn't get to play JMIA, but just great opportunity on this thing. Look at that. Just this downtrend, 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 downtrend. Comes back right to the same area it did last time. And from 19, explodes up to 22. Pulls back to 20, a mental area. And then today, just opened up and didn't look back and runs all the way up to $24. Let's look at a bigger time frame. This gives you a better example of it right here. This is where the IPO opened, way over here. It had its big run up, comes all the way back down, bounces at that same level where the IPO first opened, from $18, $19 all the way up to $30. Comes back down, gets a bounce at around the same level there, runs right back up, and then recently, 4 days worth of selling, all down right here, bounced pretty much at the same level. And from 19 all the way up to 24. You could even slap a trend line on this like I did. Right here. Look at it. It broke out of that trend line and off she went. Just simple technical analysis. Then Tiger finally reversed bouncing off this 550 level and getting a nice pop up to 640s. This is what it did right here. This is where it consolidated, ran up, and then it just had a 6-6 sell-off right there. And then the next day, and then you could just see it. It tried consolidating right there, got a slight gap down, surges back up to that area, sells off back down again to 550, gaps up, gets a great bounce right there, pops up. It's all about how you look at these charts. CLRB, just a gapping crap. OHRP's been on watch for a $3 break. I feel like this is going to be the next pump and dump. KPTI, just a nice up and down on this thing. But no trades today. I didn't see anything that I like. SESN. SESN, let's see. Yeah, that's more of a choppiness stock, I think. I mean, you get a random surge there, then it sells off. It did get a nice mental area bounce here at 2, and a great bounce back up to 230s where resistance right there. So yeah, that would have been a good play, waiting for it to pull back down to this mental area of $2. And then it pops right back up to 232. I just said it recently. I see this happen so many times. When a stock breaks over a dollar area, most of the time it'll run up to 215 or 225, and then it'll pull right back down to the dollar mental area and get a great bounce back up to 225. And that's what this did. So SESN, yeah, would have been a good play. And this has been up now for a few days, from $1.15 all the way up to 235. But this is more of a, it takes time for SESN to move. For it to move 30 cents, it took from 9.50 to 10.50 pretty much. So an hour for a 30-cent bounce, that's not volatile enough for me. So that's something that I wouldn't play. But other than that, we'll go back. All the sectors are green today besides consumer staples. The top performance sector is currently materials, followed by technologies. And the markets were just pushing green on the day. Let's see. We got the SPY. It's getting a pullback and consolidating now as we're going into lunch. Like I said, when the market opened, we just got choppiness. It didn't know which way it wanted to go. Then it finally decided it wants to go up on the day. We're getting a pullback and it's consolidating as we're going into lunch hours. So let's see going into the end of the day if it can hold these gains and push higher, or is it just going to give it back and go red on the day? But like I said, no trades for me today. I didn't really like any of the action. I thought I seen a lot of stuff just popping up and just getting denied. A lot of manipulation out there. A lot of manipulation with OTLK, BOSC, just a, not BOSC, BIOC, just a chop fest. overcrowded. Really only good play, JMIA and Tiger. But that's going to be it for this recap, guys. Just a slow week, like I said in the weekend recap. It's probably going to be a slow week. We're going to get a pullback in the market. You can't force trades. When the market's not hot, you got to scale back, and you just got to wait. Explosive stocks will come back. We got Thursday, we got 4 new IPOs coming out and opening. And then Monday, just as a reminder, market's going to be closed for Memorial Weekend. So be cautious on Friday coming up, as traders will call it an early week and start the Memorial Weekend early. Hopefully you're all having a great day. Staying disciplined, not taking random trades, and always trading with a plan. SESN had news. They recently had Q1 loss per share. I'm just not a fan of stocks at around $2, $1. I've just never been a fan of stocks that low. I just feel they're too random. But that's me. Every other trader's different. But that's going to be it for this recap, guys. Hopefully y'all had a good one. And until next time, have that patience, have that discipline, and study, study, study. Later, everyone.